Aquaman's in the Superman Batman shit. I like what they're doing with that too.
It's about damn time though. I feel like DC.
So you think they setting up for a Justice League movie?
They probably are, but I don't trust DC.
They have to.
I think that shit gonna be whack. I think this Batman Superman movie gonna be whack, man. I don't like the last Superman though.
You said you didn't like it?
No, that shit was
fucking tripping.
But I like that. I like the way they're going with the new DC characters. They making them. They humanizing them like they. You know that they're fucking humans. I mean, not humans, but Superman. You know, he was an alien, but still, he wanted to be a human so bad. Like he wanted to fit in so bad.
I know, and they're doing the same thing with the Supergirl series, which is incredibly terrible.
Have you watched? Is it out yet?
Supergirl, the TV show? Yeah. It's so bad.
But Batman.
I just started recording it.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
How you know? I mean, you just this is.
Yeah, Flash is gonna be in it. Arrow's gonna be in it.
Because I didn't. He must be a surprise because I didn't see him none in the previews.
Yeah.
All I saw was Doomsday.
I
saw Doomsday gonna be in it.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman.
They ruined that. I don't think they shouldn't have revealed that.
Nah.
Doomsday, yeah, I know.
They trying to get people people are hyped enough just because it's Batman and Superman.
Yeah, it's like why did you add the
Doomsday? Yeah.
Like it's like damn, you fucked up with that. That was a bad move.
Now Wonder Woman, I get it, but yeah, Doomsday, I was like, ooh, they shouldn't have threw that one.
I don't think they should even let Wonder Woman.
Nope, they should have. That should have been a
surprise too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't show her something.
It's Batman versus Superman. I think that's enough.
That's
enough.
Anything extra, just let us be like,
because now you know that it's just not going to be them going back and forth. Now you know ultimately they're going to go after Doomsday and fucking like it's like damn why did y'all
puts the story out there?
Yeah,
because it was a big question mark. Because when I'm seeing Batman versus Superman, I'm like, yo, like Superman gonna fuck
that was interesting.
Exactly.
That was interesting as hell. You throw Doomsday in there, it's like okay, they're gonna all come together and then fight. It's like oh man, you just told the fucking story. Yeah. It's like you literally just told the story.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I hate that.
Because our mystery was like, damn, they really gonna be going at it the whole movie, and then you see Doomsday, you're like, oh, these niggas gonna end up going, they're gonna end up teaming up going up against Doomsday.
But you know, back to Superman. So I kind of.
So you like Man of Steel?
No, I don't like it. It was fun to watch the fight, but it was so over the top. They're flying through buildings and knocking buildings down, so all these people are dying because there's no way all these people got out of those buildings. But you're worried about these two people that he's about to, burn up with his heat vision. So you kill him. Motherfucker, you just killed a whole thousands of people in the city fighting in the city.
But Ken,
and they're not even acknowledging that. Man. Huh?
There's casualties in war.
But my thing is, they're like, he cares so much about not killing, and you involuntarily killed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're taking it so literal.
And I think that's probably just me in my head. But no, yo, check it though. I was thinking the same thing in the Transformers. In Transformers, I'm like, damn, they fucking this city up. Like all these people are dying. But in the latter movies that came after it, they acknowledged the people dying. They were like, yeah, thousands of deaths happened because the Transformers, blah, 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 in the war. So they acknowledged that, yeah, they do, and the millions. They were like, yeah, they ruined the city. It cost so much money to repair it. And people died. And that's why they didn't like the motherfuckers.
But how you know that's not Batman's beef with Superman?
It is Batman's beef with Superman.
That people died in the city during that fight?
But that is his beef.
But he don't, Batman don't kill. That's his thing.
And they may do that in this movie, but it just seems so over the top and ridiculous. Like that was a plot hole for me.
Yeah, man. He's a good Superman, and I like the way they're doing Superman now. But a lot of people on your side too, though. I just enjoy it. I was like, all right, I like.
I think if you watched like those Supermans that we grew up watching, with
You gotta get past that.
No. Those were not really great movies if you really think about it.
It wasn't, but it's classic.
They're classic movies, but if you really think about it and go back and like, this Superman compared to those, it's better. They could do more, they got more material, blah, 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 more special effects.
Yeah. It's not just that though, like Ross said, the actor, that dude, I don't know his name, he's a good Superman. And like Rod saying too, I agree. I like how they're humanizing these superheroes. You know what I'm saying?
Like Joker. Joker was just a madman.
Yeah.
He wasn't a superhero. He's just a madman. And I like the way they make like
they're applying it to like your everyday life. Like it could really happen. Like there could be a crazy motherfucker like this and really, you know, kind of sort of do this shit that he's really doing. And I think it started with Batman, with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
I think that was the first superhero movies that made it seem like, damn, that could really happen.
Because they made him change up his voice. Because the original Batman, like, it's like you think in your mind, like, come on, this dude sounds just like fucking Bruce Willis. Like,
exactly.
what are you doing? Yeah. But now you're actually putting forth the effort to make it real. Like, okay, yeah, he needs to change his voice up. Because at first I was like, I don't know if I like that. But the shit makes sense. Because anyone would recognize his voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta make it real.
And just like the transitions, especially in the Batman movie, when like his suit at first he couldn't turn his right, and then now you know what I'm saying, like just stuff like that, like that's dope. Like because you're not gonna come out with the best Batman suit the first time. No, that just takes R&D.
No, I got with the Batman. I hate that they got
like Superman. But Superman was done like the same way.
But the first Batman wasn't that great though.
No,
it took the Dark Knight, the second one. Yeah,
but they set it up.
Setup.
Yeah,
because it was a good setup, and then once the second one came, it's like, okay, this really makes sense. This really makes sense now.
Exactly.
So maybe I feel this, like my expectations for.
Because like, dude, you gotta think about it. Superman, you know, he came here as a kid.
Yeah.
So he's struggling.
Human.
He's struggling. He thinks he's a human. So he's gonna struggle with those challenges.
And he struggled with it when he watched his dad die.
Exactly.
I would have saved my dad. I thought that was stupid. I'm like, man, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, he gonna put his hand out like no.
Oh my god, yeah, come on, man. Like you trying.
I like that. They made it real, man. I was just like, you know what? I like
annoyed the hell out of me.
I remember when you first went and saw it, and we had the different opinions. I was like, man, I really like what they did with him, man.
Yeah, I think the movie gonna be interesting. I'm gonna check it out.
I do. I've always given them because they've always been whack though.
Yeah, they have the comic books and stuff.
They've gotten a little bit better.
So who's all in the Justice League? Is Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash.
Flash is part of them too.
What about that dude with the cape? He like
Cyborg.
Green. He's like green and he got like a.
Is it Ant-Man?
No, not Ant-Man is Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Is it Martian?
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I'm about to say him.
Yeah, DC, they don't really have any like that many identifiable characters after the main ones. You know what I mean?
Right. And just think, Stan Lee was with them first, and he left them. And been on Marvel, and Marvel fucking took off.
Because they were the first ones to take real life situations and apply it in a comic book.
Talking about DC was?
Marvel. DC's kind of stayed very kiddie, you know, very kind of very hokey, like you know, very unrealistic. They never dealt with real shit. Marvel dealt with some real shit.
Now it's definitely because you can make the movies dope like that, you know, super sci-fi, but then it's kind of like that shit runs out. With Marvel, you can always because you can apply it to now.
Because they don't have anybody in Marvel that can't die like Superman. Like Superman, think about how ridiculous Superman is as a superhero. Outside of the kryptonite, you take they had to do the kryptonite because he could do everything. You couldn't kill him. So they had to find some, and again, that back in the 50s, 40s, and 60s, yeah, that's kind of cool. This alien come out of here and he can run, and first he couldn't fly. Of course, he had to jump everywhere, which is like the Hulk, but it's fine. But he's fighting criminals that's robbing banks, and bullets bounce off of him, and you know, he's super strong. Like you couldn't do anything to him. You literally couldn't harm him at all. So they had to find a way to give him some type of vulnerability. So
what do y'all think about X-Men Apocalypse?
That's what I was
I'm worried, man.
You worried?
Yeah, for real? Why?
Come on, you know the X-Men have never gotten it right.
The last one though, Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past, I watch the shit every time it come on.
Was good.
Yeah, I did like that.
Days of Future Past, they set it up to where they can redo it.
Yeah, it's almost like a reset button.
Yeah, it was like a reset.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch it, look at it. That's what they did. Days of Future Past,
you have the old cast now, the new cast. You can integrate. You can make a whole movie of just the old cast or the new cast.
And it looked like this was gonna take place back in the day again because you see the younger Magneto and all that stuff. So it looked like it takes place.
Yeah, they hit the reset button on X-Men. Because they fucked it up. It really did.
Yeah,
First Class. They tried to reset it with First Class.
And with Deadpool too. With Deadpool, did y'all watch Deadpool?
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen Deadpool yet.
Origin movie.
But you know,
no. I was just saying because Colossus and then that other chick was in Deadpool, so they're bringing that X-Men element, and now they're bringing other guys. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that into it. So I think that's dope. I think the biggest thing I took away from the trailer was how dope Apocalypse looks.
Oh, he's a badass.
Oh yeah, because people giving him shit at first. I'm like, look, man, he's not gonna just look like that. He's gonna change size. Like people are like, why is he so small? I'm like, look.
Yeah,
they're gonna change. He changes size. Like people was giving it such a hard time. I was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, why y'all saying that?"
Yeah, I didn't even
That
trip.
picture did look like he was like from the Power Rangers when they showed that little picture.
Right,
Yeah.
but
I get what you're saying.
It was that wasn't like a final.
Right,
like, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but that
put it
shit
as a-
did
as a-
look like
as
some
a
Power
someone
Ranger shit.
in that world. So I'm like, look, it's not gonna look
like that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like
So you saw the setup.
yeah. I was like, people don't even know.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look like that.
The thing I think that they took like a realistic approach with Apocalypse versus like a complete CGI person, and that's the thing. I'm like, oh shit.
Because he's like the first mutant, right?
Yeah, that's what they're
So
saying.
he's
They're alluding to that.
Yeah,
like he's the first
God or
one.
whatever.
And he's taking that approach and said he's a god. But he's been around they're saying for years, so to see him back in the Egyptian times and stuff like that, like, it makes sense. And Apocalypse always, like, he changes shape. He's a shape shifter. He has all kind of weird shit. We don't know what he can do. But he's a fucking badass.
I've always known him to be a badass, like, for real.
So he's gonna make Magneto and them like his sidekicks first or something like that. Like they showed Magneto and Storm and
No,
he got 4 followers.
Archangel was the one he got.
Archangel, Apocalypse, he wrote, like, it's Archangel and the 4 Horsemen.
Right.
That-
The four was they showed Magneto, Storm.
That's not,
Not part of the Four Horsemen.
Oh, okay.
No, Magneto is on his own person, bro. Like,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know that because this is an older Magneto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about it. He ain't going nowhere. He not gonna die. He ain't going nowhere. Magneto is like the ultimate badass for.
Okay, the trailer fooled me then. I just because when on the trailer it was like he got 4 followers and then they showed him.
Because you can tell, man, like Magneto's that dude. He's that dude. Like when he killed everybody with his mind control, like Magneto was still standing there. Like everybody else dropped.
Yeah.
Because he can't get in his head.
Yeah, no, Magneto's that nigga.
He's that nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Magneto's that nigga, dog.
Magneto.
Like he's that nigga, dog.
The one with Kevin Bacon.
I like Magneto as a kid, and I didn't like bad guys, but I like Magneto.
And he's such a complicated character.
Yeah, he is because he has the good side and the bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love him. Man.
He's like
he was
Scarface,
in that,
like Tony Montana a little bit.
He is kind of, I can see that.
I like
Yeah.
him in that one with Kevin Bacon. The one Kevin Bacon was the bad guy, and he's pretty much
I know which one you're talking about.
First class.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Oh, yeah.
I like,
I forgot Kevin Bacon
Magneto
played
in that.
him.
Magneto one though, huh?
I forgot Kevin Bacon
Yeah,
played
he was
that
the bad
dude.
guy, yeah.
Yeah. Red,
Because he the one that killed his mother.
Red
and
Skull.
shit. And then
yeah.
Oh, that was Kevin Bacon's name, like the bad guy name.
I think it was Red Skull, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Magneto was
man.
joking that one.
You like First Class either?
He was like, call me Magneto.
I don't like, but so
First Class was cool, but it wasn't like
right. See, the only and everybody's probably gripe with it. Like I watch it because I grew up watching it as a kid, so it's just great to see him on screen.
Yeah.
That's how it is with all the movies. But when you abandon the canon so much like that, like come on, man, it's like you have all of this source material.
Right.
Why are you deviating from that? And I've never understood that. That's the only thing that frustrates me. But after a while, I was like, I just had to deal with it. Like the first 3, I can watch. And especially I think the third one when everybody was fighting and shit, that shit was cool. First Class was just so terrible. I think as a movie it's okay, but I think when you know who these guys are
Those missiles like.
and their roles and what teams they're on and stuff like
Magneto
that,
ain't no hoe, boy.
it kind of ruins it. But that's the thing. Magneto has never given a fuck.
Yeah.
Nope.
He killed at will, and he will kill to make his point, and will not care 2 cents about it. And that's always been his thing. And the X-Men have always struggled, especially Xavier, because that's his boy, and he's always struggled with that.
It's like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Growing up reading that, the mutants were black people.
You know what? You're right. They're probably based off those characters
Because that's been floating around in the net.
It has to be because it's Magneto's like by any means necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he still has a good part of him. But it's by any means. If I gotta fucking
It's for his people.
Professor X was the we
Professor
all
X,
together.
yeah,
as mutant and
harmonized.
humans.
Like man, that's Martin.
That's
Martin
been
and Malcolm.
rumor. That's been a rumor floating around on the net. Like
Martin and Malcolm all
Stan
day.
Lee really made it about Malcolm X and Martin. That's been
All day.
Yeah, reading them growing up, you know, the mutants, you can identify them as a black person to the black race and the cause because they were outcasts, mistreated,
minority.
Minority.
Yep.
You know, and so that theory applies because, you know, any means necessary. Magneto's like, this is for my people. I'm protecting my people.
Brotherhood,
and that's it. The brotherhood.
Yeah.
And, you know, Xavier's like, man, you know, we
Like,
can just.
We can't do that. Don't kill him.
We can all,
Come on, man.
we can all get
save
along.
him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White and black can live together.
Yep.
It's Malcolm and Martin all day.
Yeah.
It's Malcolm and Martin all day. I mean, you know, these guys, it has to come from somewhere. You know, these writers, they have to create. It comes from real life situations. You know what I mean? And it absolutely is Malcolm and Martin.
Stan Lee doesn't seem like a racist type of white dude. Like he seemed like he's like
He a cool ass old white.
Yeah, he seems like he don't give a fuck. Like he ain't with that race.
Just like George Lucas.
And when you think of Magneto though, like if a motherfucker like that really existed, nigga, do you know that everything we use has some type of metal or something? He could control everything.
Magneto's that dude, bro.
Everything.
And
Give
they
me that watch.
and every time they used to fight, I'm like, how are they gonna beat this guy? And
Especially Wolverine. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. What is
you doing?
Wolverine gonna
Just
do?
run. Just go away.
You need to just chill at the crib.
Just
You
go
need to take
away,
this
dog.
one out.
You is not gonna. Why you coming?
To the main person that can't.
Right,
Yeah.
the main person.
but
I'm
he's
like,
still coming though.
He's still coming.
That's what you gotta love about
Yeah.
that. That's what you gotta love. He's like, yeah, I got metal in my body, so fucking what?
Yeah, still coming
Yep,
at him.
he's still.
Right? Damn. Like damn. Like nigga, my whole body is down the middle. He's just like this fucking. That shit crazy.
And it's so funny the way they play off of him because he's like, when will you ever learn? Like,
Yes. No, you know,
like, really?
like Magneto be like, no, you know that I can fuck you up. Like your body is perfectly made the way I want it to be made. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
but like you said, Wolverine, he fucking keeps.
That's what you gotta love
keeps
about
coming.
him, man.
Yeah, he keep coming.